What up, y'all? James Hancock here. I'm very excited. This is my very first video made with my brand new Elgato Game Capture HD60. For people who make videos, this is obviously a no-brainer, but it's a really cool device. Basically, the HDMI cable from your Xbox goes into this. Then you go from the device into your TV, so you still see the game. But then you also have a cord, an HDMI cord, not an HDMI, sorry, USB cord going into your computer. And that way you capture all your footage. So anyway, I am going to clear the path to the Capra Demon, something I've been delaying. I fast forwarded just for a little bit because you don't need me to see me clear that room. You've seen me do it a million times at this point. But this little area, in theory, shouldn't be that hard, but it always gives me trouble. There's dogs that are hard to hit with my spells and even harder to hit with my dagger. So anyway, I'm just kind of damned if I do, damned if I don't. And they have bleed attacks. And then you've got all these rogues and stealthies up there who like to throw knives and backstab and gang up on you. And they like to hide in doorways until you walk past them, and they come out and try to backstab you. So there's just not a lot of room to maneuver. So if you're clothy like myself, there's just maneuverability is kind of my thing. And my camera kind of fucks with me a little bit on this one as well, so sometimes I get some weird rolls. I probably just need to turn off the autocorrect on the camera. If you have a good long weapon, you can whack these guys through the doors before they even come out, and yeah, I'm trying and failing to get a second hit on them. And I'm also just trying to provoke them to come out while I'm still on this side, as opposed to having them block me off. But yeah, I hear them come out, and so then I double back. So now I've got to fight 3 of them. This is not my finest hour of gameplay because I'm screwing up on my angles, I'm screwing up on my POV, I'm screwing up on how I fight. Just everything goes wrong. Luckily, I don't die here, but I jumped into the fire like a total noob. I got blood loss. I started to really panic here, and I was thinking about just aborting and starting over, but you know what? We all have bad days, and there's other stuff that happens in this video, which is good, so I just wanted to, and luckily I just kind of kept the camera rolling. And what's cool about this new game capture thing is I can make a video as long as the hell as I want. I mean, on YouTube, it takes forever to upload these things once you make them, if they're longer than like 20-25 minutes. So I'll probably keep most of the videos down to that length. But beforehand, I was using my Xbox One. That was a pretty good little move there. I was using my Xbox One to record in little 8-9 minute increments and then editing it together. But I was constantly having to like keep an eye on a stopwatch. I was constantly having to make sure I wasn't running over so I wouldn't lose footage, and it was just a huge giant pain in the butt. This Elgato thing, it's easy as hell to use, and it just cranks out MP4 files for you to edit with. So whatever editing software you like, you'll still be able to use it. So you don't have to even edit with the Elgato software, although that is an option. This is me being super careful, trying to pull some people out. There are dogs down here, as well as more of these stealthies, and they, as you can tell, like to ambush. So in general, always get rid of the dogs first. The dogs will just make your life hell, even if you have to eat a few shots getting them down. And now, once again, I got 3 of these bastards coming at me, but this time I'm determined to make a better showing of myself, even though I whiffed with that spell and got myself into a corner there. So, yeah, like I said, this is not my finest hour, and I'm just trying to get down there because with the Capra Demon's a crazy boss because if you, just by bad luck, you can have a really, really bad run of things, and you don't want to have to fight through these bastards every single time before fighting them again. I mean, that would just make you lose your fucking mind. And the very first time I ever played the game, back when it came out in 2011, that's exactly what I did. I would have to fight through these guys just to lose in seconds to the Capra Demon because I didn't have my strategy down yet. And it just, you know, it was just an awful experience. Luckily, there is a shortcut, which I learned about when I came back through here and had my proper playthrough. So I'm going to grab a few pieces of gear, kill one last dog. Always move ahead and kill this dog first because what he does, he waits for you to go inside one of these rooms to grab gear, and then he just corners you. And every time you try to attack or move or whatever, he hits you and like stuns you. So, goddamn, these fucking dogs. I mean, I'm not even playing right now. I'm doing post-game commentary, and even still, they're giving me stress and anxiety. I just hate the bastards, and some of them later on are way more powerful. But yeah, just roll through this guy and wait for the soul to emerge and snag it. And there's a few pieces of gear in a few of these rooms. And anyway, the hard part of this is now over, and the path to the Capra Demon is open. I just need to open up a shortcut. Black leather set with a thief mask is a pretty badass looking set if you're into playing rogues and stealthies and things like that. I'm going to indulge in a little bit of dress up here because I've been picking up a few different sets of gear. I'm also showing here, there's a secret where you can throw firebombs up and over the wall and kill the Capra Demon without even going in, which is something I did once when I first played through a New Game Plus, but I gathered up like 90 of like the powerful firebomb things, and if you get your angle right, you can just throw, and then like reset. Yeah, I think you can pretty much get 3 throws, get a reset, and then but anyway, you can kill them without even engaging them, so it's a cool little exploit. This is more dress up. I'm just trying on my different outfits. The brigand outfit, I think the brigand outfit is one of the starting sets on one of the classes, but I think the hat looks just ridiculous, so I've never worn it for more than half a second. I just wanted to show it, and I'm just perusing my options here. What lights? I mean, granted, I've got the Havel ring on, so I can rock out some different types of gear and get away with it. But finally, I decided to settle on the leather armor, but with the thief mask, which is a kind of an interesting combination. Granted, I'm a sorcerer, I shouldn't be running around this kind of gear, but while I'm wearing the Havel ring, I can wear heavier gear than normal, so I figure why not enjoy looking like a rogue for a little while and having a little extra protection that robes do not afford me. Once again, if I like the way my character looks, my enjoyment of a game is compounded dramatically. This idiot's just letting me shoot him. Gonna move in here. I'm gonna try and get a parry, and I fail. Oh, I actually got the second one. Nice. Yeah, it's nice when I get the parry within 2 tries, because otherwise, just what's the point? Just taking unnecessary damage. But it is really satisfying when you get it, because it's a finesse move. You can stand back and blast, or you can move in and knock motherfuckers down. But there's a very satisfying element to the finesse move. So that door to my left goes down to the depths, the next big area of the game, but I can't open that door until I kill the Capra Demon. So I'm going to run upstairs and open up the shortcut to this zone. This guy, I thought he was going to fall to his death, but he didn't die. I can still hear him shooting at me, but I'm trying to save some time, so I'm running up. Now, this shortcut, you'll recognize it once I go through the gate, but on this end is a really phenomenal vendor. He's one of the best vendors in the game in terms of some of the shit that he sells. I'm going to show you some of the items because they are incredibly useful later on in the game. Not in terms of gear, but in terms of just like healing and getting through certain areas. So those blooming purple moss clumps, if you don't have a heal spell to get rid of toxins, that's how you get rid of it. You got a bunch of buffs you can apply to weapons, homeward bones, prism stones, humanities, purging stones to get rid of curse, also the poison arrow. The poison arrow is, for me, the single most important item in the entire game. And that might sound weird, but on Orlando, if you've played the game, you know there's a really, really tough spot where there are these fucking silver knights with great bows blasting you with arrows from a distance. And if you are able to get up to them, you have to fight your way along a really, really narrow ledge and kill them before you can get through them. And it's one of those moments that makes people quit the game. I mean, people like come totally emotionally unhinged while trying to get through that part of Anor Londo. And I was doing the same. I was having temper tantrums. I was freaking out. I was like biting my arm. I was smacking my face. I was screaming. I was just totally having like a 2-year-old meltdown. And then I looked up alternative ways to get rid of those Silver Knights in Anor Londo. And someone had figured out that if you get way the hell back out of their range of the great bows, which is really hard to do, you can fire poison arrows at them. And the poison arrows won't poison them initially, but after a couple hits, it will take root. And all you have to do is just stand out of range, fire poison arrows. It's really hard to hit them, and you can get past them. And so, like I said, if not for this vendor up here selling the poison arrows, I would have been stuck there forever. Now, on this playthrough, I am going to try and go through that part of Anor Londo the regular way and do it with skill and gameplay as opposed to a glitch. But at a certain point, I will be investing some souls and some poison arrows just as an insurance policy, because I've got zero confidence in my ability to get through that area. So anyway, moving on to the Capra Demon, I take a few hits that I shouldn't. I'm trying to practice my parries. My shield's probably a little too big and too slow to be parrying anyway, but it's fun to practice. But I figure, like, fuck, I'm about to die before I even fight the boss, so it's time just to get on through here. There are a couple dogs that also will jump on you, so you don't want to just run right in. You want to kind of slowly walk up, let the dogs come out, and then you've got a clear entrance. I'm hollow right now, so I can't even check and see if there are any other players in the area who've got the summon to join me for this fight. I don't think I think I've summoned people in the past, but almost all of them die in the first couple seconds, and that's totally useless because then the boss is just more powerful, because every time you summon somebody, the boss has more health and more resistance. Anyway, put up your shield. Key in this fight is not to panic. You got 2 dogs and a big-ass boss in a tiny fucking room, and you want to don't even worry about the boss until the dogs are down, because if you don't get the dogs down, there's no point in even trying to fight the boss. So I like to get up on this ledge, take out one dog. I get lucky here by targeting another, and I zap him with a spell, I believe. But yeah, and once the dogs are dead, then you can relax a bit. But here's the thing. The Capra Demon will jump from the stairs and swing at you and try to knock you off the ledge. And if he gets you down there, it's going to be not going to be so fun. So what I like to do is hang on the ledge and just blast him. Now, if you are playing a melee class, don't even worry about it, because what you can do is you can drop down from this area and get a big power shot on him and just nuke his health. And then while he's stunned from that, quickly run back up the stairs and reset. He'll get pissed. The key is just to make sure that you put up a shield every time he leaps towards you so he doesn't knock you off. So whether you're a melee or a range, Capra Demon is not that bad if you just take a breath, chill, relax, and don't lose your cool. Most people come in and just panic because there's so much shit happening all at once. And like I said, just ignore the Capra Demon, pretend he doesn't even exist. Get the dogs down, get in position, and fuck them up. Now, the next zone is the depths, but there's a ton of trash you got to kill when you first go into the depths. So what I'm going to do is head back to the initial Firelink Shrine and just get my flasks and spells back so that I'll have the best chance at getting to the first bonfire in the depths. The depths is one of my favorite parts of the game, but there's so many hollows and so many slimes and just so many bad guys all over the place. You just want, as a spellcaster, I want to have full spells. So anyways, me teleporting back, putting a point into intelligence. My intelligence is 25 now. My goal is eventually to get my intelligence to 60. At 60, I should just be doing unimaginable amounts of damage with my spells. I slow it down here because I get a beautiful parry, and I just wanted to show it off. Wow! You did, sucker. So, yeah, anytime I do something great, I'm going to slow down the fast forward and, kind of wallow in my victory a little bit. Well, not wallow, but revel in my victory a little bit. Anyway, running back through the shortcut, running down to the awesome vendor who sells the beloved poison arrow. Thank you so much for existing. And I'm going to run back down the stairs, and then I'll be at the entrance to the depths. Now, the depths technically is not necessarily mandatory. Tons of people skip it. But I feel like there's gear down there, and there's like spells and things like that, and there's the pyromancer teacher, and there's souls. So also if you are someone who's trying to learn how to do speed runs, this is not the guide for you. If you're someone who wants to clear every inch of the game, this is definitely the guide for you. So in this part, I'm going to show you how to find the pyromancer teacher, and unless you start as a pyromancer, you have to talk to this dude in order to unlock the pyromancy spells and the pyromancy gear. So it's a crucial part of the game. But one of my favorite bosses is down here as well. Another thing I love about this area is that you can go through it a variety of different ways. You're not locked into just going through it sequentially. I fucking despise lazy dungeon design where you just go like one foot in front of the other and slowly but surely just work your way through. I think that's just incredibly boring. This place is an absolute maze, and initially it will fuck with you a bit, but it's actually got a pretty simple design once you get used to it. And so I'll show you a nice simple way to unlock different parts of it safely. So you've got a bonfire and you're opening up shortcuts, because there's one major shortcut that makes this whole place dramatically easier to navigate. This is me put on my shield. I'm going to try to get some more parry action in or a backstab, and it's just not working. So I get whacked by these fuckers' fires and swords and everything. Yeah, like these hollows, they're not powerful by themselves, but if they gang up on you, they will rape your face. Alright, now down below here, also, well, in this room, there are 2 of these guys. When you kill them, they never come back. But these giant, like, chef fuckers, they got these big-ass axes, They will beat the hell out of you. They're kind of fast. They're kind of scary looking. And anyway, got to kill both of them. And then once you got them down, you never have to worry about them again. But there's so much other trash in here that if you let the trash live while you're trying to fight them, things could go south pretty quickly. But there is an absolutely vital, crucial magic item in this game, or magic item in this room that allows you to upgrade your weapons past +5, I believe. Anyway, you'll see it. It's just, I shouldn't even talk about it right now because I can't remember the name of it. So, yeah, you can backstab these guys pretty easily. Like melee people, when they're fighting them, they tend to just stay behind them, backstab, stay behind, backstab, and just do it over and over and over again until they drop. I am a spellcaster, so I just wanted to blast him a few times. Another fucking dog. Don't worry, I see that chest, but I forget that it's there, but I'm going to come back in a couple minutes and I will snag it then. But sometimes you just see something and then forget, but don't worry. Also, this is also too early in the game yet for any chest to be mimics, so just open up your chest and enjoy them. But mimics do come later on, and they are powerful as hell in Dark Souls 1. That is a trap that you can fall down by accident if you're not paying attention, but it also can be a shortcut if you take it when you choose to take it. So I'm going to take it, but you don't want to take it prematurely because of there's, like I said, this floor has a lot of good stuff that you absolutely want to get. This is water, which makes it very hard to navigate, but these guys are fast, so you just want to get the hell out of the water and fight them on firmer footing. There's no reason to let them beat the hell out of you down there. What I really need is the Rusted Iron Ring. The Rusted Iron Ring is one of the coolest weapons in the game because it allows you to move quickly when you should, when ordinarily be moving slowly because of water or mud or shallow pools or whatever. So I'll be getting the Rusted Iron Ring probably before I fight the Hydra boss because it'll make it dramatically easier. Now be careful here. There's another one of those chef guys just hiding in the ceiling, so you want to make sure he's not following you. Because what you don't want to do is accidentally kill this NPC, because this guy is crucial. So you roll, do not swing, roll. Because if you hit him, he'll start attacking you. You roll, you free him, you talk to him. If you kill him or if you make him attack you, like that's it. There's no pyromancy for you in this game. So you talk to him until you exhaust all of his dialogue options, and then he will return to the Firelink Shrine, and there you can get the little glove you need to throw your pyromancy spells and the first free spell to upgrade a few times. My very first successful playthrough all the way through Dark Souls, I did play as a dex build who also jacked up my pyromancy. The pyromancy spells in this game are insanely powerful, and what's really, really cool is that you can max out your pyromancy skills without having to waste any ability scores on, on like stats that would help your spells. In Dark Souls 2 and 3, you do need high stats to support your pyromancy spells. But in this, all you do is you just put your points into your glove. This guy's about to kill me, but at least you're getting a good close look at how cool he looks. Once you max out your glove, you can throw max level pyromancy spells even if you have low faith and intelligence. Like I said, I was playing through with a dex build, and I was first using the Baldur side sword and then later using the Great Scythe, which is just the most powerful weapon I've ever used in any of the 3 Dark Souls games. Alright, I got hit because I'm an idiot, but he did die. So I definitely thoroughly enjoyed playing through as a pyromancer, and there's certain mobs and enemies later in the game that are really resistant to magic, but just get destroyed or nuked by fire. So anyway, that large ember, you turn that into the blacksmith back in the Undead Burg, and that unlocks an upgrade path. So I'm going to go ahead and take this shortcut because I'm going to unlock a path to the bonfire so we can rest. But first I'm going to kill this giant rat because from here he can't hit me, but I can hit him, so why not just take advantage of it and blast him to smithereens. He's not super difficult, but if you are a melee guy, he can kill you. I mean, you can outmaneuver him as well, but I feel like why take any unnecessary damage when I've got a perfect kind of crow's nest to snipe him. Down here is an item which I tried for a long time to figure out how to get to, but anyway, this is how you get to it, and it's the spider shield. I already have a spider shield because of when I ran ahead to get that armor set, but I believe the spider shield gives you poison resist. At least it definitely does in Dark Souls 3. I'd have to check the stats, but it definitely does. I'm going to use the spider shield later on when I go down into Blight Town, just because it will help me survive. So this is another shortcut, but you got to stay all the way to the left, or you're going to fall into just a horrible, horrible, horrible place that you do not want to go to until much later. So stay all the way to the left. Don't even worry about this stuff for now. Go past the slime in the water. Come back up these stairs. And now we are officially going to have a shortcut unlocked to the bonfire, as well as access to the rest of the depths. So right now, everything's open now. I can go anywhere I fucking like. And I barely even started the depths. So for me, that's the best way to start the depths, because now I can go where I please, when I please. And this door, sewer chamber key, obviously you have to find that key first. So the route that I took allowed me to get that key. And now the bonfire is open, and I can explore the depths to my heart's content. So I think I'm going to put my point into intelligence at this point. Yeah. Damage. Gotta love that damage. I'll probably have to start putting some more points into attunement pretty soon as well, because I'm going to want some more spell slots. I haven't had any problems yet running out of spells, but I definitely want to get my number of spells up. Now, on the ceiling are a bunch of these fucking slimes, and when they fall on you, they just gorge you and will, like, take away 3/4 of your health, kind of like those old gelatinous cubes in D&D back in the day. So I just run past them. See how they're all on the ground now? Every single one of them tried to follow me, but if you sprint, they will all miss. It doesn't work the same, though, from the other direction. If you try to sprint through, they will all fall on you, and they'll all kill you. So, yeah, sprinting only works one way, because I guess they have something kind of like eyes. Anyway, there's another slime up there. He always gets me. I'm trying to get him to fall without him getting me. And I got lucky. I rolled out of the way. They're super vulnerable to soul arrows, luckily, and so I can just shred them. They are heavily resistant to melee. So, no, they're a giant pain in the ass, but they're all over the place in here. So that's another soul. Now, I don't need to take this path where I'm going, but I'm just taking it briefly to show you where I was before, so you can kind of connect the dots. So this is where I was fighting the guys with the bags over their head with the big knives. And the reason the ads are back is because I reset at the bonfire. That's the path to the pyromancer teacher. So now you should not be lost, and you should know where I am. So I could have gone this way initially, but I wanted to unlock the shortcut from the other direction. I think this is the way more efficient way to begin the depths. So I'm going to run down to the end, but pretty much this is the end of this video. I'm going to kill a few of these bastards, but in the next video I'll be exploring the majority of the depths and maybe taking on the boss if there's time. And then after that, I'll finish the depths, because there's an area with these fuckers that turn you to stone that's just not worth doing first, just because I just like to kind of go ahead and get the boss out of the way. He's not that hard of a boss, but he's a really fun boss and really cool looking boss to fight. And then after I finish the depths, we'll have to wait and see what I decide to do next. I'll probably go back to that green area and fight more of those tree people and the big moth boss. So, hope you enjoyed this video. Please subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. Give me a shout on Twitter at Colbrax. Thanks so much for watching. Love you all. Bye-bye.